Bonjour! Bonjour!
No. Time for bladder check.
Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Guys, last and final episode of Midnight Mass. Oh, I'm impatient to discover how it's gonna end. I just watched the episode 6. If you want to see my reaction video about that, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. I didn't say hi. Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch, I just said it, the last and final episode of Midnight Mass. I told you it, you know, during the intro of the last episode. I really love, I almost said loved. It's not the end, not yet. I really love this show because, for sure, how it's written, the characters are really well written, the stories, the subjects that they are exploring, it's really clever, you know, how they wrote that show and how they wrote also the characters, the different lines, all of the stuff about the religion and all of that. It was truly interesting, but it's not because of that that I love it. I could only really like it because of that. But I truly love it because of how it's done, how it's filmed, how they're playing with the pictures, the good ideas, you know, that they have to make the show. Not only to write it, they're already really clever with that, but also to make it. And I said it also a lot, for once, it's not a drama show using horror tools, it's really an horror show using drama tools. More even an horror show using drama stories, you know, situations to help the main story, which is more an horror story. For me, the last scene of the last episode that I watched, the episode 6, all of that scene, you know, into the church is a real proof of that, because during all of it we were scared of what was gonna happen. We knew as the viewers that they would kill everyone into the church with that thing, you know, that rat poison, and that because of that they wanted to prove that you can come back to life. They wanted to show the angel and all of that. We were scared of that, we were terrified of what we know would happen, but also the surprises that they would make with that, like all of the ones who didn't drink being beaten by the ones who drank. But no matter what, everyone came back to life, because at some point everyone drank the angel blood, which is for me a really big issue for the ones who managed to escape, you know, from that church. I'm gonna come back to that later. But you know, during all of this scene, we were afraid, we were excited. I mean, I was afraid, I was excited, I was, you know, really into the action and all. Really into the horror story, the horror situation, with all of the horror stuff that they did, that they created. And it was helped by some drama tools and some drama stories created between the characters, like the fact that they wanted to force Lisa to drink it when she didn't want, and she was protected by Wade, by the fact that Ali betrayed his father and drank that blood. He was the first one to drink it. When he was on the floor, you know, almost humiliated during that moment. All of the situation also with the gun being brought like that. The fact that Bev, she said to close the doors and it was not in fact what the priest wanted. All of that, you know, was drama things that we knew about the characters, about their relationships, and it helped really the horror story, the horror stuff made into the show. Again, for me, it's not the same than in most of the horror shows and movies that we have during these last years. The fact that it's more drama with horror tools than horror with drama stuff, and when they are not using anything drama, it's really horror stuff, like gore stuff, bloody horror movies, but real horror movies who can play with the minds, who are not just bloody, you know. It's not that often that you can find a good horror show or movie like this one. I love horror movies and shows, and I have the impression that during the last years it was dramatic horror movies or shows, bloody horror movies or shows, but not real mixed, but not real horror shows and movies like I love them, playing with the mind, you know, and all of that. I'm not sure that I'm clear with that, but it's just my way to tell you that I truly appreciated to discover that show and to have that surprise with the fact that they balanced that like that. And yes, I love this show because of how it's done, how it's written, how clever it is, and also because of the fact that it's really the kind of horror stuff that I love. That's why also I'm impatient to discover how it's gonna end, because I said it at the end of the last episode, for now I can't see a solution to save the ones who resurrected. I think that you have no solution at all now. It's too late. For what Sarah said, you know, it's almost like they are really too much contaminated. When the ones who drank the wine once, you know, they are contaminated, but at least they can still go out into the sun and all of that. So maybe we can do something for them, but I'm not even sure of that. And it's gonna be an issue because at this point they all drank that blood at some point, except for the sheriff. So I'm really like, he's the only one who can truly live, you know, after all of that, who can escape and survive. But if they can't find a solution for that blood, even if they manage to escape, it means still that Lisa, Sarah, Erin, Wade, they have that blood into them. So if at some point they're gonna be killed, they're gonna die, they're gonna come back to life, and then they're gonna be like one of them. Do you understand what I mean? My big issue right there? All of the ones who came back to life, it's over for them. The ones who didn't come back for life but who drank that blood, that's a big interrogation thing for me. The sheriff, he can survive, he can escape, but is he gonna let his son right there? Like, he told us, you know, during the last episode, his story, why he came back right there. Where can be his place, you know? If it's not on this island with his son, he already lost his wife. I don't know. I truly don't know. Maybe they're all gonna die, in fact. Or maybe they're gonna find a solution for the blood. But we have that angel of God who took also Mildred. But if I'm right about the blood and everything, she's gonna come back to life also. You took her right there, okay, but she's gonna come back. That was so brave, you know. I didn't talk about it during my review of the last episode because I was so focused on we have to find the solution. But that was so brave, in fact, for her to take the gun and to stand like that in front of the priest to try to kill him like that. You have to remember that she's an old lady, you know, inside, and that she knew that guy, you know, she knew the priest, she appreciated him, she was close to him, so for her to do that, it was really brave, now that I think about it. Truly. Even more, you know, than for the priest or for Erin, because them, they didn't know the priest before. They don't have any relationship with him. Okay, I'm gonna begin this last episode right now. I'm really impatient and excited to discover how it's gonna end. I could be like, I'm worried for the characters because right now I think that everyone is gonna die. So I could be like that, but I said it, I'm not attached to the characters that much, and I'm really watching the show for the story, for the horror stuff, for how it's done and all of that. So see, I'm not worried, I'm not nervous and stuff like that. I'm really just excited and impatient. It's cool, it's so cool. Like always, if you want to support me, you have my Patreon. It's the best way to support me because I'm a little reactor and YouTube and Netflix are assholes. That's it's said, you know, that's it. I told you the truth. how it's happening right now. So if you want to support me, you have my Patreon. You can even just support me, you know, for 1 month. It's already great. And on Patreon, I'm giving you advantages. You had all of the season with 1 episode of advance on my Patreon for this show, and now it doesn't count, but still you have extended reaction part also on my Patreon. For this episode I don't know what I'm gonna put. For now I only put extended reaction part. We'll see for this final episode. Check the description to know what I decided for this one, and that's it. Let's go for this final episode. I'm so excited. That's gonna be so cool. I'm sure of it, that it's gonna be cool, that I'm gonna appreciate it. And again, even if no one survived, it's still gonna be cool because I can already imagine what they're gonna do and all, but at the same time, I know also that they're gonna surprise me and I want to be surprised. It's weird, no? Let's go. Oh, and yes, like for the last episode, I had an issue with my lip. I burnt myself. That was really stupid, but it's the case, so I'm gonna drink my things with that, and maybe also, you know, for some words it sounds different than usually because I have trouble to move my lip like usually. Let's go for this episode, this final episode. And see, I'm not melancholic also to say goodbye to this show or what. I'm really just impatient and excited. And no, it's not because it's a mini show, you know, that I'm not feeling melancholic. Like, you were there for the Queen's Gambit. Believe me, I cried. Revelation!
Yes.
Oh, you're going after all of the ones who didn't come to church? But then they didn't drink the blood at any point. You're forcing them to drink it to be like you. You awful people! How can you all accept that? Ed, you're not. Ali also, you're not that much.
Boats. Phones, power. They're cutting us off.
Boats.
All they have a canoe. By the upwards.
That's why they didn't sink them. That's why they just pulled some logs. Because they need the boats.
Ah?
So they can leave.
What's any of this gonna do with the guns and knives?
To defend yourself.
They get back up.
It's not to
Maybe
kill
it
them.
a few more minutes.
Yes.
A few more minutes of the life isn't about us anymore. It's about everyone else in the world. First things, you just get your kids to safety.
No, we can help. No.
Please, no. When you paddle out this.
Oh fuck.
Again.
Oh babe. You're amazingly awful. They are burning your house. No, your mother's house.
You get those children to safety.
Honey!
I love you.
Mom, so much.
Oh no, honey!
What's that for, Annie? Please don't tell me that's for us. We're past all of that now.
It's not.
It's for herself.
Bev, I want you to listen to me.
She's gonna kill herself.
It's your whole life. I think you needed to hear this. You aren't.
But can she? She's gonna come back if my theory is right. All of the ones who drank that blood at some point.
God doesn't love you more than anyone else. You aren't a hero.
Mm-hmm.
And you certainly aren't a victim.
I wouldn't lecture Annie Flint.
Why does that upset you so much? Just the idea that God loves everyone. Just as much as you.
You want to be God's favorite.
Jesus!
It's awful, but I knew it. But she's gonna come back. Oh, the blood. Now you know, Bev. You want her blood.
Sparrows.
It's awful.
But if I'm honest, then there's no point in being anything else. Anymore, it was you.
You loved her.
It's her. It's what
I think that you are Sarah's true father.
I mean, our whole lives in the first place.
Knew it! It was even more brave, you know, for her to kill him, to try to kill him.
I was never going to do that, John. Not to you. Or to her. Not to him. Not after the war. I wasn't going to ruin 4 lives. But that's over now, John.
Since a long time.
We made our choices. It's supposed to be over.
That's why he wanted, he accepted that eternal life, because he wanted another life, another chance. Just during the night. I'm not sure that he has regrets, even now, you know, about all of what he did. Don't stay right there.
You guys smell good.
Oh, your friend.
You smell amazing. Back up. Right here.
Just some minutes and now they're all gonna come for you. Shh. No, Sheriff, come on.
Lisa.
Daddy?
Oh, come on. Just some minutes and that's it. We don't have enough bullets anymore. Yes! Escape!
The whole island. This wind is like a tinderbox. The whole thing could burn to nothing like in '84.
Bev, she's okay with that, you
The
know.
church didn't burn in '84. The first angel blew his trumpet and there came hail and fire.
And again, you found a quote
Burned up.
which is matching with what you want.
Let all of it burn.
You're insane, you're awful, but you're such a great character, and the actress is... Oh my dear. Chose gun.
Minutes. In case there's a boat, maybe with an engine, a speedboat.
Or maybe to burn things, burn the church with everyone inside? So you...
Same. It's on mine too.
Oh!
I can feel it already, though.
Normally you're saying the contrary, you know? Right there, they just want to say, I didn't kill anyone.
When I saw them at the church, I thought it was something they really couldn't help. But
But
it
you...
isn't Annie.
Yes. Like Riley,
I feel it too.
you can resist.
I'm starving too. Whatever
Like
this
Riley,
is,
maybe you can help.
don't change who you are.
I hope the kids made it to the boat. We're never gonna know, are we? Probably not. They did. I'm deciding they did.
About if the kids survived or not. You're deciding that they did, they succeeded. For them, you know, to have hope. Ah, you're burning the boat. For them to not be able to escape. That's a clever idea. Everything is burning right now. Hein? Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Run away. I don't know. Not gonna work. Oh, you want to burn him now? That's a better idea, but it's not gonna work neither. If something can work, you know, with this angel, it's not the fire or something like that, it's the sun. Center, not the church. Your rec center, Bev. Bev. Your plan. At the end, it's only your plan, it's not the priest anymore. He says you want to go, for everyone to come.
They were blotted out. Only Noah was left. For those who were with
Another quote.
We will spread the good word.
And who will decide who is chosen?
We will. You and me.
We got this wrong.
Don't be ridiculous.
Don't Beverly, please look at them. We are the wolves.
You feel
Not
guilt?
you two, not
No.
you, not- They need leadership. Look at them. They're lost without a leader, without a shepherd.
And you can't be that leader, Bev, you know it.
It's always been you.
No, it was never me. That's the thing about priesthood. It's never supposed to be about me. It's supposed to be about God.
Now you remember? Ah yes, all of his preach each time it was about God and not him, but
It isn't you.
you
anymore.
lost the thing about serving God and not killing people.
I suppose virtue isn't a virtue if it doesn't cost you anything.
That's
No,
what
it's
he
going
said
to. You are
at
always
the
going to be
beginning.
the last, the hardest test of my faith. You. I truly hope you two enjoy the sunrise.
You're gonna keep them out.